Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Break with Her by Laura. When you see me doing this, is I'm making sure Facebook has you. Here comes my dog. Really, dude? He came and opened the office door and makes it more noisy, so I can hear the air conditioner. Let's see if this works. It did. Yay! The old trusty scratchy hand. Hi, Casey. How are you, honey? How are you, everyone on Facebook? If you don't comment, I don't know who you are. So please, 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 please comment so I can say hi. And today's Friday. Hi, Janet. Friday, June 17th. And I will see you probably not until the 29th. The reason being, I'm going to PSG. I'm going to PSG and there's no internet, and I'm very likely not going to be able to do the coffee break while I am over there. However, I will try to come in this all web communications at least once or twice just to say hi, but yeah, there's not going to be coffee break the whole next week. Have a wonderful solstice. Have a great summer or midsummer celebration, in whichever way you celebrate. And I shall be able to see you by the end of the month. Anywho, we're learning today's card, and I'm using the Rider Waite Smith as per usual for learning. And let's see what card we have for today. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, and she is reversed. Reversed. I don't know. She's upside down. So first we're going to learn what the card message is. And the message is splurge, invest, don't hold on to your money. It's okay to give yourself a little bit of luxury, etc. And it could also have a connotation of feeling insecure, feeling unsafe, feeling like things are not like they're supposed to be. So, but fear not, because she's the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, how bad can it be? And plus she's got all the resources at her disposal to come back and bounce back around. Hi, Eliana Cano, welcome. And anyway, so what does the Queen of Pentacles mean? You know what? I just have this idea, and I'm quoting here a wonderful tarot reader, creator, and artist from Toronto, the one and only Monica Badersky. And she mentions in one of her videos, because she also does all this kind of videos, and she's huge on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that. Monica Badersky, find her if you are into tarot. And she teaches Lenormand, and she teaches other things. But anyway, she was talking about how reverse cards are kind of senseless sometimes, because a reverse card will exaggerate the qualities, or the qualities will be absent. So it's very ambiguous. And that ambiguity, in her opinion, makes it obsolete. And when it comes to like aces and people of the court, I agree. I might not interpret the reverse cards from the peeps from 1 to 10 the same way. I think there's value in them when they're reversed. But the people of the court and the aces, they're very ambiguous when they turn around. Why is this ambiguity even more hard? Because these are people. These are actually representing people, not a person in particular, and not necessarily a person that matches the gender that the card presents. So this is a queen, but the card could be representing a person of different gender and different gender expressions. So it could be anybody. It could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be a non-binary person, it could be a trans person, it could be a queer person, it could be anybody. But the qualities are what is important to us. So with that being said, people of the court, the represent people. In this case, because I'm doing a very general, broad reading to you, I will say this card is representing you at this moment, right? And she is of the suit of Pentacles, and Pentacles are associated with health, with wealth, with abundance, with prosperity, with money, with material things, with manifestation, with anything and everything that is tangible and that represents all those things, right? Not only health and wealth, not only money, but also health, because they relate to our physical body, right? So her being the queen, well, she's a person of power. She is a female representation of power. So again, with the disclaimer, we're not talking about gender, we're talking about qualities. And those are the qualities that we humans have deemed as feminine. So being loving, caring, nurturing, a mother figure, um, a figure of safety and being in a safe space and having this welcoming energy of contention and protection that we associate with feminine, but that people of any gender can have those qualities. So when we're talking about the Queen of Pentacles in particular, she is very similar to the card of the Empress because they have those qualities of physical and material thing. Hi, Michael. It's so good to see you. So she represents health, wealth, abundance, prosperity, contention, goodness, etc. All those qualities that we deem as feminine. And reverse, it could be like, oh, maybe those qualities are corrupted, or maybe they are absent. So how do we read the symbolism? Again, queen, person of power, pentacles, associated with health, wealth, and abundance. And then all the little details on the car. I mean, she's got a crown. She's sitting very, very, very comfortable. And she has all this foliage and greenery and abundance. All this abundance around her. We have a plethora of flowers, some vines that are growing all over the place, and the greenery behind her. Her cape is green, right? The color of life and abundance, and all that good stuff. So, does that mean you're going to be abundant this weekend? Maybe. Does that mean you have to invest and might not be that abundant this weekend? You know, with gas prices being what they are, is one and the same thing, you know? And I know is everybody's talking about, oh my God, we're heading to a recession, blah, blah. Well, you know what? There's always abundance in nature. And I wish we can all concentrate on that and think positive. I know it's hard to think positive right now, but it's a choice. So we can make that choice. I pull an oracle card for us. Don't make assumptions, communicate with clarity. Is the card. Don't make assumptions, communicate with clarity. And the message read, communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. If all humans will communicate with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships will change. There will be no words, no violence, and no misunderstandings. That is the message from the Four Agreements. Let me read it again. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. If all humans will communicate with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships will change. There will be no wars, no violence, and no misunderstandings. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Patty, Sandra, and Jeanette. Patty or Patty, I don't know how you pronounce it. I pronounce it in Spanish. Patty. Okay, so Janet, Sandra, Patty, Casey, Michael, and there was somebody else, but I cannot go back. So thank you, everybody for watching. I will see you probably next Wednesday. I will try to make it on Monday, but if I can't make it on Monday the 27th, you'll see me the 29th. And until I see you again, happy, 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 happy solstice. And never forget that you are loved. Bye-bye.